Today we want to explore the beginning section of Chapter 2 in Empowering Learners, Teaching for Learning, Collaboration. As we teach in the library, we want to be sure that we are implementing quality instruction and that we are creating authentic and realistic learning experiences for our students. The library is the school's largest classroom. It should be the school's largest learning space. As school librarians, we function in multiple roles. We are teachers, we are partners, we are specialists in the area of information, we are leaders within our school. We have to be agents of change because many times our teachers and our principals do not know what we can do for them. We bring to the instructional table a knowledge of resources and a knowledge of the curriculum. We know the teaching and learning styles of the various teachers in our school, and we know from our work with these students across the years their varying learning styles. It is our job to create exciting learning experiences in the information and media-rich environment in which we work. So we are the one who guides learning in our school to meet the needs of our 21st century learners. When we think about learning in the library, we know that it comes in various formats. We may have an entire class, we may have just a few students, small groups, we may have individuals. But we work from a foundation of constructivism in that students are constructing meaning from the experiences and the learning that they occur in the library. We want our students to be actively learning, and we are simply guiding them and moving them through the learning process. So students build on their prior knowledge and experience. They use this to construct new knowledge. They reflect on the learning process, and throughout this, they learn how to learn. In Chapter 2, Empowering Learners, which covers teaching for learning, the first guideline that is presented deals with building collaborative partnerships. In a school library, unless our teachers collaborate with us, we do not have any students to teach. So it is our job to promote collaboration among members of the learning community so that we can encourage our learners to be independent, lifelong users and producers of information. We collaborate with a variety of partners within the school, content area teachers, other specialists. We work to integrate information literacy and library information skills into content instruction. We are both teachers and learners. We learn from other teachers. We learn from our students. Hopefully the learning that takes place in the library through our collaborative instructional partnerships with our fellow teachers will be learning that empowers our students. And we as librarians will collaborate not only within the school, but also outside of the school, with public librarians, with parents, with other community members. Here's a quote for you from the Information-Powered School, which suggests that the most vital point of collaboration, the top level of collaboration, occurs when we collaborate with teachers to co-plan, co-teach, and then co-assess specific curriculum units. So we are fully integrated into the instructional process. If we explore the levels of collaboration, we see that we have 4 listed here on the slide. At the cooperative level, which is certainly where we should all begin, we are cooperating with everyone. We provide resources. We are friendly and welcome the use of our space. At the coordination level, we are beginning to provide more connections between what's taking place in the library and what's taking place in the classroom. So if I, as an elementary school librarian, know that our students are studying insects this particular week, then I will try to read a story in the library that connects with the topic of insects. Or if I know they're working on alphabetical order in the classroom, I'll reinforce this skill in the library. Quite frankly, on a fixed schedule at the elementary level, sometimes coordination is the best that we can do, because we as librarians have their students when the teachers are in their planning time with other teachers on that same grade level. So there's no way that we can co-plan with them, because we are, as I said, working with their students during that time frame. However, we want to move whenever possible to the level of collaboration, where we plan together, teach together, and evaluate the lesson together. As we read in the library impact studies, it's when we function at this level that we start seeing real differences in student learning and student achievement. The highest level of collaboration would be data-driven collaboration, where we look at the test scores, either SOL test scores or teachers' test scores from work that they have tested in the classroom, and we see the areas of weakness, and then we target those areas of weakness in our instruction in the library. So for example, when we look at SOL test scores in reading, a common area of weakness across schools, across grade levels, across school division seems to be in the areas of making predictions and making inferences. Students have difficulty reading a passage and inferring meaning from that passage. So we can, in the library, target our instruction so that the practice of inferencing occurs. Data-driven collaboration. This will greatly raise teachers' and administrators' perceptions of you as an instructional partner in the school if it's known that you are cognizant of areas in which the test scores are not as high, in which the students need to do more in that particular area, and that you are specifically targeting your library lessons to address those areas. And you've examined the standards for the 21st century learner. You know that inferring is common in those standards. So we're not neglecting our standards in order to address something that the school needs. We are connecting the two, fully collaborating in data-driven collaboration. When we see collaboration in the library, it may occur in any of these forms. It may occur in the one teaching, one observing format or model. So as a librarian, I may be teaching children how to work with a database. This may be Pebble Go if I'm at the elementary level, or it may be one of the specific subject area databases at the high school level. But I would be teaching that lesson, and the teacher might simply be observing to see which students are having difficulty in the lesson. The second model is one teaching, one drifting. So I might be teaching, but the classroom teacher takes it up a notch and assists those students who are having difficulty not understanding what I'm saying about Pebble Go or about eLibrary. The third model is station teaching, where we have groups of students who move from station to station in the library, and both I as the librarian and the classroom teacher are facilitating those stations. We may observe parallel teaching, where each of us teaches half, but we're teaching the same content. We may observe alternative teaching, where we have a large group, for example, a group that's working on ABC order, but they are pretty much advanced and they're able to take those easy books, picture books, everybody books, and put them in alphabetical order by the author's last name. So the large group might be doing that and might be ready for that, but the smaller group still needs some practice in alphabetical order, and so the teacher is teaching the same ABC order skills, but in a different context, while you as the librarian or I as the librarian would be teaching that larger group. And then finally, the sixth model would be full team teaching, where each of us is working together and we are team teaching. We are taking turns teaching, and we play off of each other in the teaching of the lesson. So there's a synergy involved, and we are fully functioning as equals. What are the benefits of collaboration? Well, the culture of the school is strengthened when we have this collaboration going on. What you will find is that a successful collaboration with one teacher leads to request for more collaborative instruction because the teachers start seeing the benefits. Another benefit of collaboration is that you, as the librarian, and your classroom teachers will become true instructional partners. And the fourth benefit, the library program is fully integrated into the instructional program of the school and becomes an integral part of student learning. What are the essential ingredients of or to have collaboration successfully occur in your school? First on the list, a supportive administrator who fosters or at least allows that collaboration to occur. It's possible to build a collaborative culture without a supportive administrator, but it's very challenging. The second essential ingredient, an initiator. And you should probably be looking in the mirror or raising your hand because you as the librarian will most likely have to be that initiator. Our classroom teachers and our principals do not know what we can do instructionally most times unless we tell them and show them. Third ingredient, it's very helpful if you have people out there who want to collaborate with you. So a disposition toward teamwork among your faculty members. Start small. Start with one. Start with a friend. Start with a new teacher. Have a successful collaborative lesson with that particular person or teacher, and then you can expand to a grade level or to a department. Professional development is sometimes needed in order for people to understand what collaboration really looks like. That I, as the librarian, do not want to usurp your classroom in any way, shape, or form. Time to collaborate is important. Flexible access facilitates collaboration. It's not an absolute requirement, but it does help. And then certainly we need adequate resources if we are to collaborate. Here's a quote from Patty Montiel Overall that defines collaboration, and I think it's a really strong definition of collaboration. Collaboration is a trusting, working relationship between two or more equal participants who are involved in shared thinking, shared planning, and shared creation of integrated instruction. Through a shared vision and shared objectives, student learning opportunities are created that integrate subject content and information literacy by co-planning, co-implementing, and co-evaluating students' progress throughout the instructional process in order to improve student learning in all areas of the curriculum. Comprehensive definition of collaboration. Please take a look at the collaborative planning form that I've posted in Canvas for you. This is a sample form. There are many, many collaborative planning forms out there. I would say that the form that you use is not as important as the fact that you use a form, because you want to document your collaboration with teachers. You want to have this form available so that principals can know that you are collaborating, see which standards of learning or curriculum objectives you are addressing, see which standards for the 21st century learner you are addressing in your lessons, So it's data for you to show that you have collaborated, with whom you've collaborated, what your instructional objectives have been. A second reason for having a collaborative planning form would be, and I found that teachers many times would teach basically the same lessons or units from year to year. So once you've established these collaborative planning forms, you keep them, and the next year when that teacher comes back to you to do that unit on Shakespeare or on Elizabethan England, you have that planning form, you have the list of resources that you used last year, and you're not starting from scratch. So not so important what collaborative planning form you use, but rather that you use a collaborative planning form. It can be in paper format, it can be in online format, but you absolutely should use some sort of form to plan your lessons with your classroom teachers.